Hey golf fans, this is early 1981 and welcome to Ben Ruskin's TPC River Highlands. With the Travels Championship teeing off tomorrow, I did think we would go and attempt this. We are playing off the black tees, which are playing 6,860 yards. Pin set number 1, fairways are soft, greens are firm, green speed is fast and everything else is left at default. Now this has hosted the Travellers Championship since 1984. And it is a course situated in Cromwell, Connecticut. So, first of all, guys, I am going to turn off all golf and aids. It is something that a few of you have actually requested. I don't ever recall playing with I think it's the scout camera disabled. So let's go into the settings, gameplay. We're going to have to turn off green grid, lie grid, show wind speed, disable that. Let's have a look at the display and HUD. Let's turn off the shot feedback and the aim and reticle. So I'm not going to see my swing, not going to see how I'm swinging. I've got no aim and reticle. And first of all, I'm sure it's a scout camera. I'm just going to check. Yeah, that's scout camera. So you're not going to see flyovers and things, guys. You're not going to be able to watch me zoom in or zoom out. So hopefully I can swing better than our previous round where our swing line and tempo was all over the place. Just going to get a feel for the analog stick. Like I say, just watching the build up for the Travellers Championship and decided just randomly to jump on here. This video wasn't planned. But like I did say, this course was designed by Ben Ruskin, a designer whose work I can't recall coming across previously. So we do eventually tee off here. That is going to find the right centre of the fairway. This is really going to put our game to the test here. It's weird not knowing how far you've hit the ball yardage wise. So the ball is slightly above our feet. It's going to loft up this 8 iron. Oh, I've pushed that right. I know I have. Yeah, you can see that the way the ball's tracking, and with that we are going to be lucky to find the green. We don't. It kicks right. Loving the contrast in colours in this course. It's only a course that I've seen on the TV whenever I've watched the Travellers Championship. But great chip shot there. I am going to be looking at how the ball travelled there. So that ball turned to the left. So this one's just going to move slightly to the right. We do manage to tap in a solid par there. So great start to this round. I would like to think, guys, with the amount of times I've played this game, the course knowledge, or should I say not course knowledge, course management, despite having aids turned off, I'd be disappointed if we don't shoot under par. So looking to just draw this round this tree here. Good execution. Looks like we've pulled that off superbly. It's weird not watching the camera flyovers either. It's something I'm so accustomed to doing. So if I don't instantly hit a button to disable that, I do apologise. But 47 yards, we're just going to flop this up here. 42 yards, should come up over the top of this tree. Once again, the ball's going to move at our feet. Oh, great execution. I'm going to be watching how this ball runs out. Oh, that didn't sit down at all. Wow. Must be a huge slope there. But we did see that the ball veered off to the left. So we've got an 18-foot putt for birdie uphill. Green speeds are 173. Certainly turning right. Can't believe that flop never sat down. But it turned a lot more right than I expected it would. But good weight on the putt. And that is going to ensure our second consecutive par on hole number 2 with that little 2-foot putt. But this is something I've done it heaps of times, guys. I've just not disabled the scout cam. It's the only thing I can't recall ever doing. So we are going to have to use the overhead map. Just applying a touch of draw. Wind's probably about 7-8 mile per hour.
Nice swing.
It's another good execution. It looks like we're going to get a kick left here. But what a fantastic looking course this is. I will be watching as much of the Travellers Championship as I can. But I think it's Jim Furyk who has the course record here. He shot a 58 back in 2016. So lofting up this pitching wedge ever so slightly. That is a great strike. That is tracking well. Hopefully it's down. It does sit down. So we didn't learn much about the green there, but we're that close in. I think it just breaks slightly less, so just going right to the pin. And we do manage to pick up our first birdie after a fantastic approach shot into that third green. And we do move on to hole number 4. So, hole 4 playing 482 yards. Ooh. So also what I'm doing here, guys, is looking for the early 1981 symbol on the tee box there. And then looking at where I can land this ball. So certainly going to have to go a little bit left. Wind's just changing on me a little bit. Wind's taking us around beautifully, and we should find left centre of this 4th fairway. But this is bizarre playing with this, guys. I do hope that I've disabled everything for True Sim. Apologies if not. So I'm just going to fully loft up this 7 iron. Ball's going to move at our feet. I'm with the wind, so aiming right here. Great strike. This should run out well for me. Now I'm looking at how well the ball turns. Took a beautiful kick. Broke slightly to the right there. I don't think in True Sim. I think in True Sim they don't disable the aiming reticle, so do myself a bit of a harder task here. Is that going to turn enough? It did. It did. That putt kept straight. Didn't think allowed enough for the break there slightly. Or should I say, not a disservice. I'm making things slightly more difficult for myself. But hole number 5. Really in between yardage here. I think we can de-loft this 5 hybrid. And we have applied a touch of fade. Sounded a good contact. Once again, I'm going to look at how the ball runs out on this green. Certainly turning left. Good weight there. We played that really, really well. And that is going to leave us with about a 9 foot, 10 foot putt. So as we've seen, it certainly turned to the left. So this side is going to break right. 9 footer downhill. It turns right beautifully. That is a great read. And we do manage to pick up another birdie. This is going a lot better than what I expected. I didn't expect 3 consecutive birdies, but we are 3 under. So hole number 6, par 5, easiest hole on the course. With stroke index 18, but what a stunning looking course this is. I think we're safe just to aim slightly left, allow this 3 mile per hour wind if you're lucky to take us round. Quite a large fairway here. Only hazard really is if you went too far left or right, never reaching that bunker with this wind speeds. So 272 yards. We can comfortably play 2 wood here. No hazards in our way. So just looking to get this up onto the green. Might be a little bit long here. Depends on the kick. Oh, it took a firm kick right. With the contours on the green, we've actually found ourselves coming back down on the right hand side of the fairway. So 13 yards out. Oh. So I keep wanting to press triangle, it's habit, but I've just realised there if I press triangle, the camera angle is changing. So just going to loft up this lob wedge. Once again, looking at how much the ball turns. Needs to sit down. Must have put a fast or something on that. But the ball certainly turned left, so this is going to break right. Lots of little slopes here. It's another uphill putt. That needs to turn. It did turn, and what a read. What a read that is, guys. So for me, that's encouraging because it just knows that with the green grids off, I can fairly read a green adequately. That's the term we'll use. But 4 under, wow. I really expected to be fighting for every par here. But we're only on hole 7. This could go horribly wrong yet. So it's another straightforward tee shot. And that is going to work its way down the centre of the fairway. Should be nothing more than a wedge. So 125 yards. Don't think we need to do much here. With the ball at our feet in the wind, we're going to have to aim right at the flag. Yardage should be really good. Oh, it's tracking well. This should sit down and hopefully bounce out well. It's done exactly that, and that is turning back in towards the green, so that tells me the green's going to turn slightly right here. You can quite clearly see that here. Oh, it turned a lot more to the right than I allowed for, and look how far past we've actually put that. Could be dropping our first shot of the round here. 6-footer, turning left. Quite aggressively left, going by the last putt. Oh, it's another fantastic par putt. And we do avoid that bogey. And we remain at 4 under par. So, hole number 3, par 3. Hole number 3, hole number 8, I do apologise. Ooh. Don't think that hazard is going to be within our yardage. So 5 iron. I'm just going to de-loft this and we're looking to run this up onto the green. Should land front, maybe just end of the fairway here. Oh, that's a great strike. It's a lot longer than I expected that ball to go, and it's really worked out in our favour. You can see the ball turned slightly right, then it kind of straightened out. So this is going to be a putt that I'm going to have to read a little bit more than previous putts. I don't think there's much movement in this. Oh, complete misread. Complete misread. It broke to the right. I thought it was turning slightly left and then back to the right. So disappointed not to pick up birdie there after that tee shot, but we'll take the par. Solid round so far, 4 under through first 8 holes. Hole number 9, par 4, playing 406 yards, stroke index 10. Let's have a look at the overhead map once again. Oh, do have enough fairway to work with here on the left. So setting this down the right hand side, and hopefully we've got enough fairway to work with. I think I put a fast on that, you know. Oh, wow, that is going way left. Totally misjudged that one. Let's see if we can rescue this from the bunker. Ball's certainly going to move right at our feet here, so just aiming this left off the pin. I fully expect this to come up a little bit short and then see how the ball releases out onto the green. De-lofted the wedge, Sam wedge a touch. There's the slope, moving it to the right. Oh, that sat down extremely quick. So learnt nothing about the green there. So we've got a 16-foot putt. Oh, see if I press triangle, it's taking us into the worm cam. There we go, you learn something new every day. It's definitely turning right, I think. Might actually turn back on itself here. Oh, what a putt. Really good read. I am so impressed with how we're reading some of these greens. I wouldn't say there's a huge challenge on the greens, but the pleasing thing is we are pulling off. Just going to have a look at the course details here. Just once again to show you guys that I've not played this course before. There's the challenges. We achieved that on the first hole, 1 par and the long drive. Bar that, not achieved anything else. You never know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. But really impressed with this course. Obviously we're not getting a good look at it. Out of bounds on the right and left. Surely we're not going out of bounds on the right. This is a very narrow fairway here. But like I say, I'm used to playing with a lot of the aids turned off, guys, just not the scout cam. It does really improve your game. tree just holds us up ever so slightly, but we find the slope. And that's going to be another short approach shot into this 10th green. 152 yards. 9 irons bang on. Wind's going to move us left. Ball at our feet slightly right. Two of them should counteract themselves. They've done exactly that. In fact, the wind's just overpowering it. Let's see how this ball runs out. So it broke to the left there for a good few feet. So it's a 13-foot putt, up 3 inches. I think this one's breaking both ways. Should turn back right. It didn't. So it turned left the whole way. But good weight there. And we are going to pick up another solid par. So great front 9. Very much enjoyed that front 9. And we do move on to hole number 11. 162 yards, down 42 feet. It's going to have to be 9 iron. Just going to loft this up a few touches. Allow that wind to take us round. Great strike. It's so weird not playing without the scout cam. That wind's really moved me. Yardage was fantastic. That has trickled probably about 8 to 10 feet long and left, 7 feet. I don't think there's much in this. Slight turn to the right. Needs to turn. Oh, it does turn. And that ball drops right on the edge. And that is a fantastic birdie putt. And we do move to 6 under par. So really feeling this now, guys. We're zooming in. This is how I normally play golf when I'm not on camera, but just with the aids turned on. I am a fast player. So out of bounds both sides. Don't want to be too far right here. That bunkers are in play. Great strike. Oh, we're dicing with the right hand side a little bit more than I thought we would. But nice kick. And it's another fairway. It takes our ball down the slope onto level ground. I think we'll go with the full lob wedge here. 83 up 6 into a wind. We could play a full lob wedge here. So I'm almost going to fully loft this up right to the top. Ball at our feet's going to move left. Wind should bring us back just a little bit due to the height we are playing this. I feel as if I pushed that a little bit right. Yardage was beautiful too. Yardage was beautiful. We are pin high. Probably looking about a 12-foot putt here. 13 feet down 3 inches. This is tough. Certainly looks like it's turning left. Don't want to play this too firm. Turn left as soon as it left the putter face there. And that is going to leave us a missable par putt. This one's certainly turning right. Like I say, I've learnt from the previous putt. Oh, it's another one. It just grabs onto the edge and comes down. I've seen them putts not drop, you know. If we played that any firmer, that certainly wasn't dropping. Hole number 13, par 5, 525 yards. I feel bad skipping the flyovers, guys, but what a fantastic looking course. I'm sure someone will pull me up on something anyway, saying, oh, this is not true sim, or it's just a bit of fun, guys. Like I say, we're getting to the end of this game. Going by what I've seen and what I know of the PGA Tour 2K21, I really can't see me coming back to this game. So 220 yards out, going to have to fully loft up this 2 iron. Water's in play left here. That pin's tucked in over the water. Wind should take us right. I've been a bit of a coward there, actually. We could have easily made it over the water, but that's going to run off the green back into the fairway, and I would imagine we're going to have a chip shot. So 12 yards out, down 1 foot. I can fully loft up this lob wedge. Hopefully this runs out and releases down this slope. I'm sure it's turning to the left here. Looks like it's going to break left. It's doing exactly that. That ball needs to motor a little bit. Happy with that. Left ourselves about a 4 to 5 foot putt. We know it's breaking left. ever so slightly here. Just going to play this dead weight. It's another fantastic birdie. I'll be honest, guys, I didn't expect this to go as smoothly as this. We are 7 under par. With hole 14 coming up. Short par 4. I would say it's not the most of challenging courses. The greens could have been a lot worser. But, in all fairness, we are putting our approach shots into the greens within 10 feet for the majority. We are leaving ourselves makeable putts. It's another good tee shot. Let's find the right hand side. And I don't think we'll have a lot of work to do from from the fairway to the green here. 97 yards, down 17. So we're going to have to loft up this lob wedge. Ball's certainly going to move right here. Oh, that's a great strike. Wind's starting to swing that round. Huge bounce out there. Huge bounce out.
Nice approach. Here we go. This putt for birdie.
For a 10-footer. Didn't learn anything from the ball movement there. I certainly think this one's just breaking. I think this is straight, you know. I think this one's dead straight. It's in. Oh, I didn't hit it. I did not hit it. Started to turn slightly to the left. Gutted with that. But I think if we had a little bit more heat, a little bit more porridge in that one, it would have been birdie number 8. As we move on to hole 15, wide. This is a really short par 4. 298 yards from the tips. I can't recall ever seeing it as short as this on the TV. Just going to apply touch of fade here. Could be long. Oh, that fade's kicked in beautifully. Oh, we are going to be long. That's going to run all the way off the... Hit the flagstick. Almost did. All the way off the back of the green. Should be a little flop shot. Oh, it's a nasty looking green. 3 feet up. Don't want to land. Oh, that's horrible. Want to land this short off the flag, definitely. Needs to land shot. Needs to bite. Bite. Oh, it did fortunately bite. This one's going to turn slightly left, I feel. 3-footer. And that is another birdie. Is that 8 under?
Sitting at
8 under par with 3 holes to go here, guys. Quietly impressed myself, actually, as we move on to hole number 16. Par 3, 174 yards. Just going to loft up this 7-iron. This feels absolutely perfect. Wind's going to move us to the right. Very mild conditions. You're talking about 3-4 mile per hour wind here. Tracking well. That wind's moved me more. A lot more. I must have slightly pushed that right there, guys. Definitely wasn't a slow. Must have just slightly pushed that right. This is the thing with the swing. Feedback turned off. Don't know how I'm swinging. Must be swinging fairly well today, though. Oh, that's turned a lot more. It's turned a lot more left. Really good weight once again. Just didn't have the read. But that is going to ensure we do walk away with par. We've never once looked in trouble here. Not once. I do feel course management and yardage and just game knowledge is a strong point of my game. And hopefully that is shown through in this video. Hardest hole in the course, stroke index 1. Playing 407 yards. Just want to find the right hand side of this fairway here. Water is in play. It is a larger fairway. Played that really, really well. Plenty of room to work with here in this 17 fairway. And that's going to leave us nothing more than another wedge into this green. 96 yards. Pins tucked in. Almost at the front of the green here. Just lofting this up a touch. Ball's going to move slightly left with the lie at our feet in the wind, so just aimed right. I love this way. I love the way this is tracking, sorry. Oh, fantastic. Didn't need to loft that up at all, you know. Did not need to loft that up at all. But as you can see, there is a huge slope. I really can't accurately see. Oh, it's turned a lot more left than I allowed for. I thought we played that firmer than what it looked.
Almost had a birdie there. Just was
Gutted not to pick up birdie there, to be honest.
around.
But this is the thing, how the green grids helped me massively, guys. I couldn't really see there was an uphill slope there that the ball would struggle to get up. But the final hole with TPC River Highlands, and what a fantastic course. Really enjoying this one. Quite a narrow fairway here. Try to find the centre off it. Bunkers either side.
Solid swing.
Oh, we've achieved that really, really well. And that is going to be probably going to say an 8 or 9 iron into this final hole.
Okay, but
Pitching wedge, wow, we're a lot closer than I expected. 130 yards. I think we can deal off the gap wedge here. Ball's going to move left at our feet ever so slightly. That wind should help us out yardage wise. This should hopefully be a pin seeker if we set it up right and execute the swing. This is tracking well, should bounce out firm then sit.
so far.
It's done exactly that, and that is going to leave us for a tap in. Tell you what, we're only going to be 2 shots behind Jim Furyk's 58. I think that's going to be a 61. But that is it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this little test. If you did, please hit the like button. If you are new to the channel, hit subscribe button. And until the next video, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.